May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Now monks are going to do a short chant to give blessings to all of you. Please listen to the chant mindfully and attentively. Receive the blessings. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahan samma do vijja charana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro sarati santa deva manussanang buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo sandintiko akaliko Opanaiko pancantang veditambo viñño hiti supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho ñāya Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samīci Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidam Chantari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dankineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttaram Punyakken Lokan Sati Etena Sanca Vanjena Suttite Otu Sambadaya Etena Sanca Vanjena Sambarogo Vinansatu Etena Sanca Vanjena Hotu Jaya Mangalam Sambhitiyo Vivajjantu Sambharogo Vinassato Mate Bhavatvantaray Sukhi Digayuko Bhavatu Sambha Mangalam Rakkantu Sambha Devata Sambha Buddhanu Sada Santi Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sambha Mangalam Rakkantu Sambha Devata Sambha Samanubhavena Sada Santi Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sambha Mangalam Rakkantu Sambha Devata Sambha Ganubhavena Sada Santi Bhavantu Te. Okay, so I know there are some new people today, this morning. Do you have any question to ask? Whatever questions about meditation, about your practice, about the temple, about us. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Lots of people telling you they have good vibe here. Yeah. Any other thoughts, Dave? Do you have any question?
What was the translation of the chant?
So we were, the chanting about the qualities of the Buddha and teaching and his enlightened monks. Then end of the chanting, we bless everybody. May the power of this truth everybody find happiness, good health. And so that's a blessing chant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The language is not our language. It is called the Pali. That's the language Buddhas used to speak. And so that's the language we use for chanting. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah? Like? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. There are three different Buddhist schools now. Three different Buddhist schools, but all are famous. But after Buddha was born and become a Buddha, we didn't have any schools. And so after many 100 years later, the monks go to the different direction around the world and they made the schools. So the monks who used to stay in India, that's how the first tradition, we call then they call the Theravada, oldest tradition, oldest group. So that group moved to Sri Lanka, Thailand, Burma, now Myanmar, those countries. The group left to China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Cambodia, those countries has become Mahayana. Then the tradition in Tibet, that's called the Vajrayana, the tradition coming from the Dalai Lama and group. So those are the three schools in the Buddhist teaching now. But when we are looking at those three schools, but still the teachings are the same. So I was, the last week I was studying, the Theravada teaching, and also in the Chinese teaching and Tibetan teaching. After many thousand years later, still the content is the same. It's very interesting. Their content didn't change at all. But their tradition, their rituals, those things always change, right? Any tradition. Yeah, even the church, right? So the content is the same. Yeah. So we are coming from the Theravada background. But I don't consider in this temple Theravada or Mahayana or Tibetan tradition. Anybody can come, We are welcoming everybody. We are very open-minded. And we are learning from each tradition. And, we learn from Buddha, we learn from Jesus, and it doesn't matter. Loving kindness is one, not many. Yeah. So, anything else? Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Burma.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think about the violence that's going on there?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen on TV that there are monks.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a very common question people are always asking. So I don't know, I know some about the political situation in the country because we are going through the same kind of political situation in our countries. The Buddhist countries, monks has lots of respect and power. So in something difficult happening in the country, monks are the people always going forward to address that. Therefore, they are becoming highlighting. Because in like Myanmar, they have temporary ordination. Some new people wearing the robes, we don't know sometimes who is the real one, sometimes who is the new ones, like a temporary ordained monks. And the political situation, and I can hear the both sides. Even I am practicing loving kindness here all the time. If somebody keep coming to this place and threatening me or doing and something, I have to take an action because still they are not perfect human beings. Sometimes they feel upset, they feel mad, they have to protect themselves. That's why I said there's a story from the both sides. So that's the part of the world. I think that's not only Myanmar, it's everywhere in the world, those kind of conflicts. We have conflicts in Sri Lanka too. So now always monks are highlighting because they are in the front, right? So sometimes then if monks are around and something violence happen, then their name is going viral. Yeah, It's interesting. It is not Buddhist, I think. It is their country. Now think about the politics here in this country. So it doesn't mean we cannot blame to the Jesus about it. That's the politics, right? The same thing. So they are not fighting for the Buddhism, they are fighting for the country. Yeah. But they are born Buddhist. Yeah. It's very interesting. Sometimes I'm telling people, I don't know what is the perfect answer for that. Best thing, whatever you see on the news, that's not the truth. So certain situation happened in Sri Lanka, in my area where I was born in Kandy, but I was watching news here in this country. It's totally false information because we have first-hand information, right? So therefore we cannot make the decision just watching the news. Some news are extremes, go to the different sides. So therefore we have to be mindful. I think that's a really good meditation practice. Whatever we hear, whatever we see, no need to make the judgment right away. We have to just wait and think both sides. There's another side in that too. That's how I see now. Yeah. Usually, according to the teaching, it's not. But like Sri Lanka, now even we had the 7 monks, now 1 monk in the parliament. And so I think why it's happening, politicians, they are not doing the job. then they have to stand for the country, So it's a very critical situation in the country. Sad. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Okay, then so happy to see you all. So thank you so much. So I want to let you know that December 14th, we have New Year blessing at the temple. You can bring your family, your children. It's a big event. 12 monks are coming and we are building nice gazebo here. And it's very decorative. So we are doing blessings. You can bring items, whatever you have to bless. So December 14th. Okay? So thank you so much. Please stand up.